Yeah, this is my town. Hey, where I was born, where I was raised, where I keep all my yesterdays, where I ran off 'cause I got mad and it came to blows.
All right, good morning and welcome to the 425 Show, your place to be for all things real estate and lifestyle related here on the East Side. I'm your host, Nicole Mangina with Windermere Real Estate, and I've been doing this for over 20 years now. I figured out pretty early in my career that it's about a whole lot more than bedrooms and baths. It's about the people, the places, and the events that create the backdrop and really affect your life. In fact, I was reflecting on that this morning. Our youngest son, Ryan, is up at Camp Orkila on Orcas Island, which is the YMCA sleepaway camp, and it's his 4th year going. Alex, our oldest, did it for a number of years as well, but he is there because of the people we met after we bought our house. It started in T-ball. We became friends with this family, and they, you know, when the kids were older, started sending them to Camp Orkila. I didn't go to camp growing up, and neither did my husband, so it wasn't even on our radar as something we should be checking out for our kids. But because we live where we do, we bought our house, and they happen to send their kids there, our kids started going, and it's been just the coolest experience. They love it. It's something totally different than what they do in their daily lives. They always come home with great stories, and they're always excited to go back next year. So it's a perfect example of, you know, our boys are not affected by our bedrooms and baths, but they are sure affected by the people and the events and the things in our neighborhood. And that's why I created the 425 Show, to help introduce you to different things like that. So whether you're new to the area or just looking for something new to do, I hope you'll find some great ideas here. I want to introduce today's guest, Kelly Fennelly.
Hey.
Good morning.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. I'm so excited to have you here. If for no other reason than we get to get all dressed up.
Yes, exactly. I like it.
I know. So Kelly is a fitness expert. She has been in the fitness industry for over 20 years,
Yes.
right? Long time.
Long time.
And you are, we were talking about this before the show. So you're a
Yep.
personal trainer.
Yep.
You do some group training as well and some corporate fitness.
Yes.
But you really, in all of those settings, work with people on a really interesting level, from the sense that you do the fitness, you also do nutrition,
Yes.
and you have a very broad range of knowledge and different
Sure.
things that you're into, and we'll talk about that here in the show.
Okay.
That helps people, A, get the most out of their fitness, but also keep it more interesting.
Yeah.
We were talking about that. I've worked with trainers over the years that they're the expert at their one thing,
Mhm.
which means you're pretty short-lived with your trainer,
Yeah.
right? Because, you know, kind of mentally, you can only do the same thing for so long, but then your body can only do the same thing,
For sure.
right?
Yep.
Exactly. So,
Mhm.
so we're going to talk a lot about fitness and Kelly's business today. And then Kelly also runs the Little Black Dress Party, which is a fantastic fundraiser, and what the red dresses are about. Because yes, so hopefully you can tune into Facebook Live. Otherwise, go to NicoleMangina.com/podcast after the show. You'll be able to check us out in our fancy red dresses.
Yay.
And the red is about this year's charity
That we're
is
giving
the
to.
the
Yes.
firefighters fund.
Yep.
Correct.
Yep.
So yeah. So we got all
Okay.
kinds of good topics today. We've got fitness, food, and fundraising.
Yes.
3 of my favorite things.
Love it.
So tell us a little bit, how'd you get started in the fitness industry?
I was on my way to going to physical therapy school,
Okay.
and I started working in clubs and working at the front desk. And I'm like, I think I could teach spinning, way outside my comfort zone as far as speaking in public and doing that. But I'm like, I'm just going to do it. So I started teaching spinning, and then I got certified as a personal trainer, and then I moved up through the company and around the Pacific Northwest.
That's great. I
So,
find it
yeah.
hard to believe that. I think you would be an ultimate spinning or whatever,
Yeah.
you know, leading a group. I just think you are so
Mm.
poised, and you always
Oh.
seem so calm and so graceful and just accessible.
Oh, yeah. Well,
So
thank
I
you.
would think you'd be great at it.
Oh,
I can
thanks.
understand being nervous, but I think
Yeah.
you'd be great at it.
Yeah. No, it was outside my comfort zone, but I did it, and it's got me here. So.
Yeah, and did you enjoy it once you started doing it?
I did, yeah.
Great.
I met, because I worked in Portland, Eugene, all over, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, and then
Oh,
moved
wow.
up this way, and just some great people, great demographics.
Was that
basically.
because you were with a specific club and they just kept moving you to different
Yeah.
locations that they had?
Yeah.
Great.
So probably 15 different clubs over the years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That'll keep you busy.
A lot.
That's a
So-
lot of moving.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great. So you went from spinning to, and then you've really branched out. You have lots of different things that you can help people with, correct?
Yeah, I teach yoga.
Okay.
And then over the years working in those different clubs, I did other group exercise certifications for like body pump and different things.
Okay.
Because I did full-time training and then I did the group exercise
Okay.
too.
Great.
So yeah, so I can, the nice thing is, like you were mentioning, it allows me to pull all that stuff into training clients because not every day we're going to do a hardcore workout. We're probably going to do, it depends on what everyone presents themselves with that day. If there's an injury or they're just not feeling it, then we're going to do yoga half the time. Or
Perfect.
Just kind of customize it a little bit.
Well, and that's helpful. I don't know what the kind of average age of your clients is, but, I'm in my mid-40s, and I know by the time you get to your 40s, there's some quirks that start showing up every now and then, right? So you can't always, there's some days I can do certain things in the gym and other days I can't. So having a trainer that can then work with that, so you still get a good workout and you're still doing something great for your body and moving forward, but not re-injuring something or making it worse or something like that. It's a big deal.
Yes, and for a long time, the majority of my clients were between their 40s and 70s.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, there's life has happened. There's different injuries and then I had worked in physical therapy clinics over the years, so I can incorporate some rehabilitation pieces.
Yes,
I know where my scope is, but also just knowing when to help people through
and how to accommodate and stuff. That's one of my favorite things about yoga is the place that I go to yoga. They really they're big fans of using different props and finding ways to do your version of the pose. Right? Yeah. There's in theory the ideal. I was going to say perfect. I don't even know if those are the right words, right? But there's in theory like this is the pose, but there's a million different versions of the pose depending on your body, right? And some of it's based on injury and some of it, especially yoga, there's just certain things my body's not doing. I could be at it for the next 50 years. It's not happening.
Not bending that way.
No.
I hear you. So yes, just a version. I like that.
Yes.
It is just a version of,
absolutely.
So,
for sure.
Yeah.
So, and now you work with, a lot of your business is working with people in their homes, right?
Yes. So I work with people in their homes. And then I'm launching an online platform to do some more virtual online coaching. And then it's incorporating the fitness and the nutrition in there. Mm-hmm. But that way I can harass them more. Just kidding. It is true, though.
In your ever so lovely way.
Yeah. There was a text service that was available. I'm like, I could get blocked if I did that. So let's just do the in-app messaging for now.
It's a fine line between gentle nudging and
and being hated. So
yes. That's cute.
Yeah.
That's great. And I would imagine that's fantastic for a lot of people, right? Some people are really comfortable going into a gym, but there are a lot of people. I have several girlfriends who, like to work out and enjoy having a trainer, but really are not comfortable going into a gym for whatever reason, right? It doesn't fit their schedule. That's just not where they want to be. They'd rather just do it in private.
Sure.
So that's wonderful.
Mm-hmm. And I have some clients that so some don't have gyms. We just kind of make a little gym in their house, and then some have a full-on gym in there.
In their home. Great.
Do all that kind of stuff.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes.
So what are some good fitness tips? Like, it's summertime, we're all out walking, doing different things. What are some of the top tips that you give your clients when you're working with them?
I'm trying to get them to just move. So and then being able to track what they're doing.
Yes.
So if they're using a Fitbit, there's other apps out there where they can just track their steps.
Yes.
And then maybe invite their relatives to be in a little challenge with them.
Oh, yes. I know a lot of people that do that and they love it.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be coworkers. It can be your family. And then it gets you moving because some people are a little more driven by, competition. So that, and then, I just say move, get out there. And when I'm teaching people exercise, like the number one thing is we don't have time. So I'm always saying, if you're going to pick some exercises, pick exercises that are the primary movers. So chest, back, and legs. Those are the big ones. And then because I do little hip programs around that. So I'm like, let's get chest, back, and legs in, because everyone, until we're not here anymore, you need to be able to squat in a chair, get up and down, push yourself off of something, and pull yourself up. So those are the exercises. So if you just can do a row, a push-up, or a squat, those are
great things.
Yeah.
That's
very
fantastic.
impactful.
Well, and I love it. And so you were talking about you are developing or launching a new app, right? That's
Yes.
allowing you to communicate more with your clients, and it integrates the Fitbit and some of those other.
Yep.
So it kind of becomes a one-stop
It is.
shop for people.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
So yeah, so being able to track there, because it integrates with Fitbit and MyFitnessPal, so then they'll be able to, because I assign, within the app, then
Right.
I'm like, oh, I want you to do this, and then those things can integrate. It'll let me know how many steps they get in, where their nutrition is at, because I assign that as well. But
Right.
so I can get that immediate feedback, which I'm wanting. So
That's good. That's helpful, though.
yes,
That's really great and a nice way. I don't know if you have a lot of clients that travel, but I would imagine that that's
do.
super helpful.
I do. And in the little app, it's cute. They have these all the exercises, even though most people are comfortable with the exercises, and some aren't, because I do
Right.
train them remotely. There's videos on here's how to do the exercise. So it shows start to finish, so it's easy for them.
Yeah, which is great for travel, but also, for the summer. We were talking about that before the show. I have 2 boys. You've got your son, Connor.
Yeah.
The wheels come off in the summer. They just do.
They do. They do. No, they do.
Every summer, I think I'm going to be hiking every morning and drinking iced tea on the patio, reading books in the afternoon. I've never had it. I don't know why I think this is what summer is supposed to look like. I have never had this summer.
Yeah. Right.
In fact, Gary, my husband, and I were laughing the other day when we were walking about, the whole perfect world scenario that like the books tell you're supposed to have. We're supposed to get up and meditate and then maybe have like your organic juice and then go work out. And we are 15 years away from that based on the age of our kids. Like we might get there, but it's not happening anytime soon, right? Yeah. So in the summer, things are really disjointed. I actually went to the gym yesterday, I think for the first time since May.
Oh.
Right. But, with an app, it would be great because, especially when the kids are home, you get these little windows of time. But a lot of times either you can't leave the house because then you've got to either get childcare or take the kids with you, or you don't have enough time to get to a gym and do a full workout. So if you could just, it's like I've got 20 minutes. What can I do in 20 minutes that would make the time count? I think that's where that app is fantastic.
Yeah, because I ask people, I'm like, can you give me 10 or 12?
Yes.
And then
that's perfect.
Yeah. Like, you can give me 10 or 12 minutes, and then I can put something in there, and you can do it.
And done consistently, you can get some good results with that.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
We're doing high intensity interval training, so it's not, and that's, again, specific to the person, because everyone's going to be jumping up on these big steps and all the stuff, but it just gets your heart rate up. But yeah, so you're just going back and forth and affecting your metabolism twice as much. So.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I love that you developed that.
Yeah, I'm all excited too.
Yay! All right. Cool. So, and let's talk about nutrition too, because you do a lot with food and nutrition, which is such a key, again, as you get older. When you're younger, a couple hours in the gym, especially if you're a guy, they used to make me so frustrated, right? Girls are in there working your butt off. Guys are like, oh, I did 10 minutes on the elliptical and I lost 15 pounds. I don't know. It just happened, when you're 20s, right? And then you get into your 40s and, the workout helps. Like you need the workout, but you got to address the food too.
Totally.
Right?
Yeah. So I start with like a keto type of template and then just modify that per person.
Got it.
Because of the great benefits. And there's so much research now that backs up the keto. And
keto is a high protein and
it's
fat?
a high fat.
Oh, high fat. Okay,
high
cool.
fat.
Ooh, I could do this diet.
Yeah. Right?
I know, but I like donuts. I'm thinking the carbs might throw it off. Darn it.
Damn. There's some good desserts out there. I'll send you some recipes. But yeah, so I just build that out, and also with their input, like, oh, I don't like this or I like this. But there's some great shopping lists, some great, and then I also developed a relationship with an affiliate food. She does catering and she does keto and paleo. So she does catering, but she also does meals she'll deliver to your house.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's an option, because I get a lot of people that are not wanting to cook or they're busy.
Right.
Well, then there's an option as well.
Right.
But it's just, I
love that you've figured out all these things. You're like a one-stop shop, right? Like clients just need to come to you and you got it dialed in.
Well, I've, and over the years, listening to all of the feedback, I won't say excuses, but I'll say feedback. I wanted to make it like, okay, if this doesn't work, here's another option. Just making it, doable for everybody.
Which is wonderful from a service standpoint. And then it's like you're just chipping away at people's excuses. I can see that.
Right?
You're like, but no, here
I
you
got
go.
one.
But
Totally.
No, I got that one too.
It's in my pocket.
I love it.
Yes. Got it all covered.
And we're going to keep talking about nutrition, but I want to take a quick break here. If people want to get a hold of you, what's the best way to do that?
Oh, through my website.
Okay.
kellyfennelly.com.
kellyfennelly.com. Perfect.
Yeah.
You can also find her on nicolemangina.com/podcast. So we'll make sure you get connected with Kelly one way or the other if you're looking, because you do the personal training, you do group trainings as well, correct? And you do corporate stuff.
Corporate stuff.
So, there you go. You could do a corporate challenge. People can bring you in.
Yes.
I like that. All right. Somebody out there needs to do a corporate challenge. Kelly's your girl.
Yeah. And that was the other thing about building out this app, is being able to do that. So
yeah. Perfect. Especially with September. September always feels like another January to me, right? It's like the wheels come off during the summer, and then September happens. The kids go back to school, and time to dial it back in.
Back into their routine.
Yes. All right. So keto, you were saying with the diet and stuff. What are some simple changes that people can make to their diets that would make a big difference?
Pulling out those processed carbs. I know that's me, like, taking away a lot, but pulling out those processed carbs.
Right.
And then adding in as much good fats as you can. So that's the avocado, the olive oils, just adding that in. Dairy's in there too, so don't get mad about that. But I'm just saying, like, adding in those fats at every meal.
Got it. Okay.
And then it makes you feel full.
That is true. Yeah. The low carb thing or the low fat thing does not work for me. I have to eat like every 10 minutes.
Yeah. And that's, what we were, the whole industry was at a while back. And now we're luckily coming the other way, and we have all this research to back it. And so I'm grateful for that. But yeah, just adding those things in. And I have some other tips too I can send you guys, and you can let everybody know. But
yeah, we'll put them on the website for sure.
Sure. But and then obviously drinking water too. I know that's a hard one, but yeah, just adding those things in for now.
Okay. So what's your favorite breakfast? What do you usually eat for breakfast?
Well, since I've got the ladies at home.
I know, that's a loaded question. So Kelly has chickens, which I think is great.
Got some chickens. And I forgot, I also do intermittent fasting, so I'll give a link to that too.
Okay.
You guys can. But so adding in that part as well. So many layers.
How long do you fast for?
I'll do a 16-hour fast.
Okay, good. I thought you were going to say 16
bad.
days. I was like, oh my God, I'm out.
Not happening. No, just 16 hours.
Okay,
and then,
I can do that.
Yeah, it's totally doable. But then when I'm having my meal, I'll have my 2 eggs, a medium, and then I'll have a whole avocado.
Oh, nice. I love avocados.
And then
they're the best.
Right? And then I'm full for a long time, and then I have a vegetable-based meal with a little bit of protein and fat the next time. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah, and I'll give you a shopping list and stuff that you can share with people. But it's easy, it's doable.
Okay, nuts on there? Is that keto? Okay.
Yep.
I didn't know if the carbs kicked them out or something like that.
Yeah, there's some that do have a little bit more sugar in them naturally, but
right.
But in general, I'm like, if we're not going to split hairs, I just want you to eat them. Just eat them.
Yeah, it's a process, right? It's hard to go cold turkey when you're used to one way of eating to another.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a phasing
process. I negotiate a lot. I'm like, okay, let's do this. Later on, we can move into this, but it is.
Yeah. And there's times of year that I think are easier than others.
Yeah.
This is barbecue and rosé season. So.
That's true. Rosé all day. Yes. This is true.
So sometimes a little better at that than others.
Yeah. Or asking people to, let's start this great plan like December 15th. I'm like, that's going to be hard.
I'm not that dedicated.
Yeah. No. I understand.
Yeah. All right. So you've given us great fitness tips, some great food tips and nutrition. Let's talk about the little black dress party.
Yeah.
Which I'm so excited to talk about this. I remember I think it was probably your second little black dress party. You had it at Via Lago at Chapman's.
Yes.
A number of years ago. And it was fabulous then, but you have grown it into something so much bigger. And I mean, you're making an impact, and you've got such a neat event. So tell us about that.
Yeah. We started it in 2011. Our first one was 2012. Chapman hosted 2013.
Okay.
We got 100 ladies in her boutique.
Which was a lot.
We're heaving people.
Yeah.
So, yes, and it's just grown since.
Yes.
And then I have 501c3 status, so we're a 501c3, but we give to 501c3. So every year we give to a different charity that gives to women, children, and family.
Okay.
So we've kind of thought, well, let's do a little themed over the years. So so this year we're giving to a firefighter fund. It's East Side Firefighters Benevolent Fund.
Okay.
So we're doing a Raise the Paddle for them, and then we'll do some other stuff for them as well.
Wonderful. How did you get started with this whole thing? Like, I mean, because
I
this is a
know.
big event. This is a lot to put on.
Yeah. Most of my friends think I'm crazy. But no, I just thought, well, I could do that. And I wanted to, I mean, I don't know. I had volunteered and helped with a couple events with a dear client with Camp Corey at Carnation Farm. And
Oh, I love that.
yeah,
We did
and
one of their dinners a couple years ago.
Did you?
A great cause. Yeah.
it's lovely. And I was like, well, I have experience doing that. So,
Uh-huh.
you know, and what I wanted to do was create a community of women that were involved with it too, so that we could feature their businesses and bring their stuff into the silent auction. So I've done that. So now I'm part of the Kirkland Chamber. So
Right.
I try to procure all my stuff locally or within this area of Seattle
Mm-hmm.
for our events. And then it kind of morphed into that when you came in 2013, and we added a auction piece, which is men in uniform
I say
bachelors.
your auction's a little different than other
Yeah,
auctions.
I was like drag it on, and then I'm like, oh yeah, it's a men in uniform bachelor auction. So people were like, oh,
Yeah, that's what I thought when I went. I was like, wow. I mean, because these ladies are into it.
they are.
There's,
They
God bless these guys
that
for
year-
getting up there.
yeah, that year we had a Seahawk that attended. That poor guy. But yes, he had a great time. But so now, you know, they dress up in these great suits. We take professional photos of them.
I was online this morning. You've got a couple pictures up. Like, that guy's, I love my husband, but that guy's kind of cute.
Right? Yeah. And so, you know, it was sweet because one of them last year goes, you know, my mom would love these pictures. And one of them was a police
that's
officer. And I said,
adorable.
yeah, because Danielle, she does our photos, Luna Ann. And I'm like, Danielle gives them to him. And she's like, it's
Oh,
a good.
that's so sweet.
Yeah. So last year we gave to a police officer fund, but this year we're going red.
Okay. For
so
the,
yes.
yes,
Mhm.
I like it.
Yeah, but all of the bachelors are paired with date experiences. So since it is an all ladies event and ladies are bidding on them and win the auction, it's their date experience. So
Right.
they can invite that bachelor or not.
Okay.
Because I have married gals that attend, purchase the item, say thank you to the bachelor, and go with their husband. So
That's probably a
it's
better
no
way to
pressure.
go.
I strongly encourage that. So, to say it.
Well, and you have a couple elements to the event. You've got the bachelor auction,
Yes.
which is always draws a lot of attention and
Yes.
gets gals going. But you've got a silent auction as well that
Mhm.
you procure local
Yeah.
items from. And then there's a fashion show as well, correct?
This is true. Yes.
Right.
So we do. So all the procurement is local for our silent auction, and then we do a fashion show. So this year we're partnering with. We did it last year as well, but we're doing Via Lago and Divalani Style, and then Elizabeth Lambert is doing our formal dresses,
Oh, wow.
and she's also making a custom little black dress for us. She's
Really?
private labeling it for us, and then we're gonna silent auction that off. So she'll tailor it. Whoever wins it, she's gonna tailor it for them.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Now I
Yeah.
want to come check out the dresses.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and then the gals, we had this other element. So the gals that are participating in the fashion show. Sorry, now I'm getting tongue tied.
That's usually me, by the way. After a while, I'm like, somebody
That's
else
right.
please talk because I can't do it today. So
Where's my rosé? Anyway, so they're going to do a little pop-up shop too. So whatever the gals are wearing for fashion, they'll be available there because we just wanted to give the boutiques that opportunity.
That's great. And the event is Saturday, October 6th this year, correct?
Yes.
And are tickets on sale now?
They are. They
Okay,
are.
so you could go to thelittleblackdressparty.com,
Yes.
correct?
Mhm,
All right,
.org.
and again, we'll have that link on the website after the show, NicoleMangina.com/podcast.
Yes.
But yes, get your ticket.
Mhm.
It will be an event to remember. And it's at the Raw Bar, downtown Kirkland.
Yes, and she's so lovely. So Jasmine, the owner, she's letting us use her space, and so we have the whole space. It's easy parking or Ubering down.
Yes.
I would recommend. And then she has great food. We're gonna do, it's Asian fusion food.
Awesome.
And then we have some special drinks, cocktails that that you'll get with it. But yeah, it's going to be a fun time.
It's fun, and you've got the whole banner, so you can get your picture taken.
have a step
It's a
and repeat.
really fun, very cool event.
Yeah, we got this gal this year with Amore Events,
Okay.
and they so as soon as you step in front of the step and the repeat this year, they'll it's instant download to Facebook and Instagram.
Oh, cool.
With all of our hashtags, so it goes immediate. You just tag yourself. There's no waiting for me to put it online. So
Oh, God, that's a
like,
way
woo.
to go for everybody.
one less thing.
Awesome. Cool. So, okay, Saturday, October 6th.
Yes.
It's going to be a great event. No, and have you figured out the food and the cocktails and all that kind of stuff?
Yep, we
To
got.
me, that's half the fun. You get to go do all the tastings.
It's all the yes, and then what we're doing is to kind of promote where we're having the event. We're going to do 2 happy hours, August and September, at Raw Bar, so people